What's up, man?
I didn't see any.
So I called my wife about 45 minutes from being here. I was like, can you meet me at the studio? And I had her come in and sing with me. And little did I realize that that was probably fate happening, because it's a song that really does tell our love story. And we got to perform that together on the Grand Ole Opry for the first time on December 22nd for Christmas Eve.
Hey everybody, welcome to Center Stage Live at the 615 Hideaway. I am your host, Missy Wolf from Center Stage Magazine, and today we have an amazing show for you. We have artist J.D. Shelburne, and we also have the Scooter Brown Band. First, I'd like to send a special thanks to RFD TV for making this show possible, and Durango Boots, because without our boots, we don't walk well, and I love them. So thank you guys. But okay, JD, thank you so much for being here. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me. How are you?
I am doing well. I'm so excited that you're here. I've been dying to get you on this show. But first, before we talk about anything, I want to talk about your song Superman for the audience at home. I know you're not going to perform it today, but for the folks at home who don't know, it's on our magazine, on our playlist right now, on our Spotify playlist. Superman is an amazing song, and you were telling me it almost didn't make the cut. So why is that? Because it's fabulous.
It is a sad song, but you know, when I was doing my new record, promoting my record and trying to record it. I've told you this before. I live beside an artist or a songwriter who's written tons of hits, and he's brought me in the room to write with him a couple times, and he started branching out to some of his songwriter friends that had you know, some writing success. And we got in the room one day and we started talking about our dads, and I'm very lucky my dad's in perfect health, and I talk to him every day. But the songwriters I was writing with, their dads aren't in as great as health, and so we were talking about, like, you know, growing up, like, remember your dad reminds you of Superman. He could do anything in the world that you want him to do, and you always idolize your dad. And you get older, you realize, you know, Superman's just a man. Your dad's kind of slowly going downhill. He doesn't, you know, he's not, you know, my dad, you know, doesn't run track anymore. He doesn't throw baseball much anymore. He's just getting older. And so we had this whole idea of Superman's just a man, and we decided to put it on my record. It is a sad song, and my record's kind of more of an up-tempo record, and I needed one more song to fill it, and I said, let's put it on there. And I'm so glad I did, because so many fans can relate to the story. And I think that's, you know, as an artist, you know, when fans come up and say, I really like your song, and here's the reasons why, it's about someone, your dad or your grandfather or whoever it may be. So, you know, we're excited to put that on the record. And we play it out every night, but unfortunately, we're not playing it today. I know.
But it's okay. The story was still worth sharing, and I really wanted to hear you tell fans about it at home, and they needed to hear you talk about it, because it really is one of those songs that you can relate to. And unfortunately, we relate to it, right? I mean, nobody wants to see their superhero, you know, weaken at all, but it happens, and it's real. And that song, I saw you play it at CRS with Shane Owens up in the suite. And that song, man, it brings me to tears. And hearing it live, I don't know if you noticed, but I was like wiping my eyes the entire night, because it definitely is a moving song, and I love it. But all of your songs are amazing, and you've had some good news with your music video for One Less Girl. Can you talk about that for a second?
The new record came out the end of last year. This is my fourth album out of Nashville that I've been putting out. I try to put a new record out every 2 years, just to keep music new and fresh and relevant. And my shows keep coming in, and when I put this new record out, we decided on a single. CMT invited us in to meet with their staff and perform my record. It's kind of an introduction of who I was. I've been in town, gosh, 9 years at the time, and I played 5 songs for them, and they said, we really like One Less Girl. We think that should be your debut single out of the chute. And so no questions asked. We just put it out, and they decided to debut the video end of last year. And it's got over 100,000 hits. It's been awesome for the fans. And I started playing music in college. I haven't been doing this my whole life. And just as I watched CMT with my grandmother growing up, and just to say I have a video on CMT is put a big smile on my face. And last December, so it's really amped us up into 2019. We already have 65 dates booked for this year.
I know.
I've probably already played 40. And so we never stop, and CMT is just more kind of more ammunition for us to keep going, and another promo tool for us to get a few more gigs.
I love it, and you definitely are busy, but the fans don't want to hear me talk anymore. They want to hear you sing. So do you mind singing some for us?
Sure, we're going to play the song I wrote off my new record. It's called Born for This. It goes like this. 1, 2. Some go straight to work. Soldiers join the army. Preachers preach at church. But there was something else tugging at my heart. I had another dream behind this flat top guitar. I was born to do this, born to play, born to pour my heart out on this stage, singing songs about my life. I'm from, makes the girls go wild and the nights get crazy. Fall in love in the arms of your baby. It's a country song, sing along. Moments like this, I can't resist. That's right, I was born for this. Some people say get a real job, but I never had my doubts. I just kept on believing. Look where I'm at now. I would trade anything for the places I've been. If I had another shot, I would do it all again. I was born to do this, born to play, born to pour my heart out on this stage, singing songs about my life, where I'm from. Makes the girls go wild and the nights get crazy. Fall in love in the arms of your baby. It's a country song, sing along. On moments like this, I can't resist. I was born for this. Yeah. Play it, boy. From the campfire to the county fairs, man, as long as there's a crowd, I'll play anywhere. I was born to do this, born to play, born to pour my heart out on this stage, singing songs about my life, where I'm from. Makes the girls go wild and the nights get crazy. Fall in love in the arms of your baby. It's a country song, sing along. Moments like this, I can't resist. I was born for this. Sing it, boy. I was born. I was born for this.
Yay! I love it when I'm not the only clapper in the room. You guys, everybody at home who knows me knows that I can't not clap. But oh my gosh, it is really hard to sit still while you're performing because I just want to get up and dance. It's so much fun. And fans at home, I almost forgot to include you, and I'm so sorry. If you guys have a question for JD and you're watching on his feed, please hop over to RFD TV's feed to submit your question because that's where our readers are going to be reading from, is the RFD TV. But Getting back to you, JD. Oh my gosh. Okay. You really do have one of the busiest schedules ever. And
Yes.
you play so many shows. Where do you find time to have that like family life?
You know, most of my shows are Wednesday through Sundays. I used to be Wednesday through Saturday, but I'm at Old Red on Sunday, acoustic from 2 to 6 every single Sunday. I hate to turn them down because they're great. They're great times.
Yeah.
I meet lots of fans, but I try to rest Monday through Wednesday, probably tonight sometime. But
Okay.
I tell people I'm still hungry in the business. I still love to go out and get shows. I hate canceling shows. I hate turning down shows. When someone calls on a Tuesday night, I usually rest on Tuesday night. I'm probably going to play the show. My wife understands, and she knows that music is a huge part of our life. And with this new record, it's you hate to turn down opportunities, and so we do try to rest during the week when we can. But I do lay on the couch a lot.
Well, you need to, and you deserve to, because you are one of the hardest working musicians that I have ever met in my life. And man, mad props to you, because
you.
I know a lot of
Appreciate
people who don't want to put in that much time
yeah.
because it is too much, it's too hard, and that's fine for them. But I don't know how you do it. I really don't. It's
Sometimes
fantastic.
I ask myself the same question. Luckily, we keep getting gigs and we keep building fans, and I feel like that's been. Our fans are my fans I've built from day one. I think the first 2 fans I had were mom and dad and a bartender, and that was the first bar I ever played back years and years ago. So I've built it up from that, and I feel like if you're humble and you treat people with respect and you let people know you appreciate them, fans keep coming. And so I feel that's how I've kind of made my living.
Absolutely.
In shows, and over 200 a year.
And 8,000 people at your release party for Tulane Town. That's incredible.
That's crazy.
That's just one of the most incredible CD release party, crowds I've ever seen or heard of.
The best part about it is I paid off my record with the merchandise sales that night for one show. And it was awesome. I told myself I played my hometown years ago, and I told my parents I wasn't going to come back until I felt like I was, I had everything together and ready and really put on a big show. And so we ended up shutting down Main Street, and I literally brought everything in myself. We raised every dollar, and I wanted to do it my way. And we went in and we brought 8,000 people to my hometown. It felt really good.
All right, well, let's give the fans at home some more music.
Yeah, so this song is on my new record. This is probably my next single. I just shot a music video for it. It's going to come out in about a month. And I'm a big fan of ballads, and my neighbor wrote this song, pitched it to me, and I thought, man, how's no one cut this song yet? And luckily I got to. It's called She Keeps Me Up Nights. 1, 2, 3, 4. She calls me when she wants. She won't take my calls. She's a kind you really can't pin down too long. Sometimes I lie awake, wonder if today's a day she'll come blowing in and we're back on. She keeps me up nights like a freight train rolling by. She keeps me up nights like thunder in the sky. It's a good thing, a bad thing, so wrong, but it's so right. She keeps me up nights. That crazy love we made is always worth the wait. I swear it's nothing like I've ever felt before. So I take what she gives and I live her that next kiss, 'cause I know she's gonna leave me one more. She keeps me up nights like a freight train rolling by. She keeps me up nights like thunder in the sky. It's a good thing, a bad thing, so wrong, but it's so right. She keeps me up nights. She keeps me up nights. She keeps me up nights like a party in Mardi Gras. She keeps me up nights. so wrong, but it's so right. She keeps me up nights. She keeps me up nights. She keeps me up nights.
Again. Fantastic. So, I love it. No, that is a great song, and I'm not surprised that you were surprised that nobody had cut it yet. It really is a great song, and I'm looking forward to the music video. Have you shot it yet, or are you shooting it?
Yeah, the video's done. It's complete. Yeah, we shot it about a month ago, and One Less Girl's still climbing the chart for us, and so we hated to overlap, and so we're just waiting to. We're ready to release it when One Less Girl. It's going to die down, I know, but you know, I hate to say that, but when it does, we're going to shoot that one right out. So it's great. It's interesting.
It would be. I mean, you don't want it to go down. You want to ride the wave as long as you can, right? But then you're excited about the new stuff coming out.
Exactly.
I'm sorry for talking with my hands. But I love it. And One Less Girl is such a fun song. I mean, it makes you think, and it's real, and you don't really think about things until you hear it that way.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, I wouldn't have, and fans at home, unless you have heard the song, you don't know what I'm talking about, I know. But the lyrics in that song really do make you think.
Yeah, when I first heard the song "One Less Girl," I didn't write it, and I loved it, and just the way, the melody of it, the hook of it, and you know, we shot the video for that. But She Keeps Me Up Nights is we shot that video, and it's kind of funny. Like everybody's like, "Why don't you put your wife in these videos?" Like, my wife doesn't want to act. You know?
Right?
So like we just, you know, we hire actresses to come in and play the parts, and
Yeah.
you have to like be in love with them. It's on the video. It's just it's very awkward, but it works, and so we're excited to release it. And this has been "One Less Girl" is one of my favorite songs, but it's actually not my most popular with my fans. My fans love "She Keeps Me Up Nights" more. I hear that more on my website, and so we thought, you know, let's do what the fans want the next go round. And I love singing the song live.
Right.
It's a great song, and people seem to really like it. So we'll see what happens.
Well, and listening to the fans pretty much pays off, because if they're not happy, they're not going to keep coming back,
That's
right?
right.
And when they feel validated that you're listening to them, it just really, it triggers that much more excitement within them. So, all right, well, take it away.
Let's play "One Less Girl."
All right,
lead
let's
right
do
into
it.
it.
Let's do
This is
it.
my single out right now, and it's on CMT, and the song is we've got over 35 ads right now. It's been pretty exciting for us, so maybe you'll hear it on your station one of these days. It's called "One Less Girl." 1, 2, 3, 4. One less bar in this town I go drinking. One less beach to watch that red sun sinking. One less number in my phone. One less way to get back home. One less church to go to pray. Less is more is what they say. Then I got one more, almost got it right. One more string of sleepless nights. One more, tell myself it's gonna be okay. One more, man, what could have been. One more, why this have to end. One more empty bottle in this world, 'cause of one less girl. Yeah. One less favorite song that I'll be playing. One less I love you that I'll be singing. One less pair of blue-green eyes. One less car parked in my drive. One less dance out in the rain. If less is more is what they say. I got one more, almost got it right. One more string of sleepless nights. One more, tell myself it's gonna be okay. One more, man, what could have been. One more, why this have to end. One more empty bottle in this world,
See? Okay. Now, I have one more thing that I have to get out there that I am so like jealous of your wife. She makes great cookies.
I knew you were going to ask this.
I mean, how could I not?
I know, right? You had some at the CRS.
I did.
Sweet.
It was fantastic. And I have to tell you a little story because she made them not only for you, but for also Shane Owen.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, well, I got like all the matching cookies. I took more than one. I'm sorry,
Good.
but
It's
I took
fine.
more than
Perfect.
one. But then
Less I have to eat.
there was a gentleman when I was walking across the street from the Bridgestone back to the car parking, whatever. And this gentleman who looked really, really hungry, and I offered him a cookie, and he was like, "Yeah, I'd love one." So I shared your
That's
JD
awesome.
Shelburne cookie with a nice
So
man.
my
in
wife
Nashville.
like does this for a hobby. She went to this cookie class in Brentwood, Tennessee one day when I was on the road. Something to do when I wasn't home, and she sends me a picture of all these cookies she made, and I mean they're like something you should see on the Food Network. I'm like, "Did you make these?" And she said, "Well, yeah." I was like,
Yeah.
"These are really good, hon." And so
They are.
I was
They're
like, "You should make my
fantastic.
logo on these and give them to fans." And so ever since I posted them on my social media, my fans have asked me at every show, like, "Where's your wife's cookies?" I'm like, I feel like they would download my wife's cookies more than they would my music.
You know, I
could.
mean, girls like sugar.
Right.
Just saying. But
I'm gonna have her make some Scooter Brown cookies next.
there
Scooter.
you go. There you go. That'd be awesome. Yes. Okay. I do believe we have a fan question or two. Would you mind
Okay, yeah,
answering them?
sure.
with us? All right, Brianna, take it away. You guys have to turn on the mic, though. Okay.
When do you do your show at Old Red?
Okay, so I play. I actually play on Friday night at 6, but I play every Sunday afternoon from 2 to 6. Every Sunday.
Is that an all-acoustic session for artists?
So this Friday night's going to be with my band. Every Sunday's all acoustic. Yes, come on out. Love to invite you out.
All right. Well, thank you, fans, for asking those awesome questions. You have one more song for us?
I do. So this
All right.
is this song is was one of the last songs I recorded for my album. I love the energy of the song. It just reminded me of just growing up back home and, you know, hanging out with my friends. It's called Young Again. When I was going to record my album, I was kind of stuck on an album title, so I put some stuff out online and let the fans pick. The words Two Lane Town are in this song, and so that's where the album title, Two Lane Town, come from. So this is the last song. Thank you guys so much for having us, for all your support through the many years you've worked with me, and
We love you.
you guys have a great thing going. Keep it up, and thanks for having us on the 615 Hideaway. This is called Young Again. Also, thanks to my guys, Jason, Andre on the guitar, on the cajon, and his hair. Your hair looks good, dude.
Your hair is amazing. I'm a little jealous. I'm just going to, yeah. I've been holding it in.
This is called Young Again. Thank you, guys.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ain't nothing wrong with a bunch of us soaking up some starlight. Ain't nothing wrong with a cup filled up, something that'll get you right. Ain't nothing wrong with some country girls out here getting loud. Ain't nothing wrong with a sunrise high, getting down singing. We ain't ever gonna be this young again. Here's to us tearing it up with some good friends. Let's make tonight another one of those remember when. We ain't ever gonna be this young again. Yeah. Let's start a fire, still a moon, leaning for a snapshot. We'll party like it's 99. Give it all that we got. We'll worry about tomorrow when tomorrow comes around. Tonight we're gonna light up this two-lane town singing. We ain't ever gonna be this young again. Here's to us tearing it up with some good friends. Let's make tonight another one of those remember when. Yeah, we ain't ever gonna be this young again. Play, boy. Oh, when I look back, I wanna wish I was back here, taking my fist in a cooler full of cold beer. We ain't ever gonna be this young again. Here's to us tearing it up with some good friends. Let's make tonight another one of those remember when. We ain't
Absolutely. Now, tell all the fans at home that aren't already following you, where can they find you?
jdshelburne.com, Spotify, Amazon, check our music out. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Google us, JD Shelburne, Shelburne.
And it really is him on his social media, you guys.
Yes.
I promise you, because that is how we talk to each other.
Exactly. You don't have my phone number yet, do you?
No,
Are you
we
serious?
just message each other
We
on
have to change
Twitter
that.
all the time. It's pretty awesome. But also, for more content on JD Shelburne, please go to centerstagemag.com. And he has a complete artist page on our website that has all of our previous interviews and performances. And man, we just absolutely love this guy, and we know that you guys love him too. So make sure you're following him if you aren't already. And stay tuned, because we have Scooter Brown Band coming up. Right now, we're going to take a 1-minute commercial break. Again, thank you to RFD TV and Durango Boots. We'll see you guys back here really soon.
Rural Rhythm has brought back our favorite classic bluegrass songs in the new Bluegrass Power Pick series, available at Amazon. Search Bluegrass Power Picks on Amazon and choose from the many collection titles containing the legends and pioneers of bluegrass music. Each collection title contains 25 to 30 classic bluegrass songs like these. Here's Don Reno and Bill Harrell,
The 9-pound hammer.
Red Smiley, Mac Wiseman,
But I'm sitting on top of the world.
Earl Taylor and Jim
Over
McCall,
yonder stands little Maggie.
Ilo Brown,
When John Henry was a little bitty boy.
Reno and Smiley, Vassar Clemens, Tater Tate, Jim Eanes, and many more. Available at Amazon, these vintage bluegrass collection titles are from the original masters and includes the best of Rural Rhythm's original recordings from the heyday of bluegrass music. Go to Amazon and search Bluegrass Power Picks to see all the titles available and enjoy our sound traditions from America's heartland on Rural Rhythm Records.
Welcome back to Center Stage Live at the 615 Hideaway. I am your host once again, Missy Wolf, and we're here with Scooter Brown. Scott Brown, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm so used to calling you Scooter Brown Band that when you're here by yourself, I'm like, that just doesn't seem right. I can't just call you Scooter.
Well, I was going to play a joke and just tell everybody that my band just quit on me and walked out the door, so it was just me, but that didn't happen.
I ruined it for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, where did Scooter come from? Where did the name Scooter come from?
Believe it or not, I actually despise the name.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, I said I've gotten used to it and I'm totally cool with it.
Right.
But I never was called Scooter ever really growing up or anything. And when I was in the Marine Corps, a couple of my buddies would call me Scooter, and those were fighting words back then.
Okay.
And when I moved down to Texas, and we got our first paying acoustic gig, and they're like, "Well, what's your band name? We need to advertise it." And my buddy was like, "We don't have a band name." So well, give us something. He goes, "Put Scooter Brown up on the marquee." And so I pulled up, and I saw Live Music Tonight by Scooter Brown. And of course, he was in there having a drink and a good laugh. And then we packed the place out, and people started calling, asking to book Scooter Brown Band, and it just kind of stuck with us.
Well, so as much as you may not like that name, I think you need to love that name now because it's pretty awesome.
No, I'm totally cool with it. I just, a few years ago, maybe not so much, but it's who I am now.
Yes,
so.
absolutely. And first and foremost, thank you. Thank you for your service in the military, for being, choosing to go and, fight for our country as a Marine. And I have to tell you, I wore my Durango American flag boots just for you. And
well, in return, thank you for being a taxpayer, so I got to go do really cool stuff.
Right? Absolutely. Anything for our military. No, but I want to know what inspired your music before we get started, because I know the fans want to hear you play, but what got you started with your music?
Really, I didn't learn how to play guitar till I was in the Marine Corps. I always loved music, and it was a big part of my life. And I started out kind of writing like Western poetry, like in high school, cowboy poetry. I was on the rodeo team for a while. Wasn't very good at it. I just enjoyed doing it. But I just started out doing that, and that's where lyrics started coming to me. And then my buddy I was in the Marine Corps with, he had a guitar and knew a few chords, and I was like, dude, that looks really cool. I want to try it. And so he showed me some chords, and I kept stealing his guitar and taking it down to my barracks room, and finally he made me go buy my own guitar, and I became obsessed with it, and you know, and it just never quit.
I love that. He was like, you need to go buy your own so I can have mine back, please. Thank
much.
you. That's awesome. Well, you're going to sing about 4 songs for the fans at home. So do you feel like getting started now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Perfect.
I'm actually going to start out with a song that I don't know that I've ever even played this song acoustic before. For those out there, our band, we're a little bit more on the southern rock side of country, so we're a lot of loud electric guitars, and this old girl doesn't get played very often anymore. But this is called "This Town." I wrote this about people that complain about everything and don't ever do anything about it. So. 9 to 5, barely staying alive. I ain't making the rent, losing my mind. Got bills to pay, I got mouths to feed. Nobody around here is doing a thing. I've been working like hell, been working like a dog. Tired of this place, time to move on. Living ain't living if you're down on your knees. Gotta break these chains if you wanna live free. Yeah. And I'm so tired, yeah, I'm so tired of talking that talk and walking that wire. Yeah, I'm so tired, I might regret. Don't get out of here, this town will kill me, yeah. Man on the corner, lordy, dealing them thrills. Sell your soul for a handful of pills. Devil in disguise, yeah, living off lies. Gonna bring you down, better open your eyes. And I'm so tired, yeah, I'm so tired of talking that talk and walking that wire. Yeah, I'm so tired, I might regret. Don't get out of here, this town will kill me, yeah. Uncle Sam in my pocket, leaving me the change. Can't make an honest living on an honest man's wage. 60 hours a week, barely getting by. We weren't put on this earth, just work and die. And I'm so tired, yeah, I'm so tired of talking that talk and walking that wire. Yeah, I'm so tired, I might regret. Don't get out of here, this town will kill me, yeah.
Doesn't it feel good hearing applause? I mean, it just makes me feel good hearing it for you. I'm just saying. I love it. And your live shows are fantastic. And your audience, man, they rock out to you every time. I heard some live recordings and I was just like, man, they're wild. How does it feel when you're up on that stage and you see the audience interacting that way?
My guys and I were just talking about this week out on the road. That's a reward. Like, the music business is tough, just like JD was talking about earlier. I mean, like, a lot of people that are just getting into it, or they've never been in it, they don't realize how much work it is. I mean, the miles that you put in, the hours, the meetings, the rights, trying to make stuff happen. And you do all that so that way you get that 90 minutes on stage, that's your freedom. That's your, that's why you do everything that you do. That's why you continually, chase this crazy light, this star that you've been, chasing forever. Right. And it seems like it's sometimes fading out, and it gets a little brighter and it fades out. And that's what makes it worth it. I genuinely love to perform on stage. Like, I love songwriting. That's a cool part of the job, but that's the coolest.
I love that. And I love following your social media. And I have to tell you, I saw this picture and I couldn't tell if it was a husky puppy or a pomsky. What kind of dog is that, and where can I get one? Because it just was the cutest bundle of fur, and I want one at home.
Well, he's a little bigger now.
Is
He's
he?
they said he was a husky, but we got papers on him, but I think that he's actually probably a little cross with a Malamute because he's gigantic and the biggest fur. The most beautiful dog I've ever seen in my life. His name's Neshoba. Yeah, he's awesome. And I don't remember where we got him, but I'll ask my wife and she'll let you know.
I know. I'm like, I saw his cute little baby picture, and my husband was like, that looks like a pomsky because he's so big and fluffy. And I was like, I don't know. It looked like a husky pup to me, but my friend actually had a giant husky, and it was, I mean, they called him Thor. He was absolutely huge. He was the biggest dog I think I've ever seen, and I didn't know they came that big. So maybe you just got like his cousin or something. Who knows?
We have 2 huskies, and we have a Maine Coon cat.
Oh.
And it's like the second largest domestic cat that you can get. They're like little miniature lions.
And do they all play together well?
Yeah, they're all cool. Along with my 4 kids and my wife, and we got a busy house.
That's fun. I love it. Yes, we have 5 dogs and 5 kids, so we understand. It's busy and it's fun. And I do have a husky, and I have an actual lion hunter, so she wouldn't be happy with your cats. Not at all.
Well, this time my wife was talking about getting, she was like, we need a big dog because you're gone all the time, whatever. And start doing research, and people are like, huskies are more likely to help an intruder break in than they are to keep them away.
I mean, they are lovable, and they just like kind of roll over and talk to you like, pet me, pet me. No, you're not done when you try to walk away. Yeah. So yeah, I see her point on that, but awesome. I love it. Now, you've been touring a lot, and you've logged thousands of miles just in this last week, right?
Yeah, well, just since the beginning of the year, we did a little over 10,000 in January, 5,000 February. We'll do over almost 11,000 this month. So
that's crazy.
We're going from New York to Oregon, Washington, California, Vegas, Midwest, North, to the South. We're everywhere. I
love it. All right, fans at home, get those questions ready because he's going to perform for you. And when we come back, we're going to answer your questions. Okay? Are you ready to take it away?
Yeah. Let me do a little down tune here with this guitar. This song is on the American Sun album, just like the last one was, and this is one of my favorite songs on the album. I wrote this with my buddy John Jeffers from the band Whiskey Myers, which shout out to those guys. I love Whiskey Myers. We've been running with those guys for a little over 10 years, and super happy for all their success. So if you haven't heard of Whiskey Myers, check them out. But we wrote this song together, I guess back in 2017. John kind of threw it my way and said, what do you think about this? And I was like, dude, I love it. But it's basically like being on the road when you were younger, compared to being on the road when you're a little older and you have a family and you're still just trying to get your stuff together, So this is called Story of My Life. Up on me, listen to your mother, take care of your brother and the little ones too. Daddy's gone for the night, maybe just a couple. Is that last week or was it this one too? Man, it's getting hard trying to keep my act together like I'm supposed to. Well, it ain't easy pounding the pavement like we're used to. Man, I can't get right every town, every night I wake up on the floor at noon. Self-made music man, bet it on black. If you win it, you can let it ride. Maybe she was right. And that's the story of my life. No, I hadn't called. No, it's been a while, I swear I'll make it up to you when I get through. Don't remember where I've been, don't know where I'm going, but babe, I gotta go, I got a show to do. Man, it's getting hard trying to keep my act together like I'm supposed to. Well, it ain't easy pounding the pavement like we're used to. Man, I can't get right every town, every night I wake up on the floor at noon. Self-made music man, bet it on black. If you win it, you can let it ride. Well, maybe she was right. That's the story of my life. Well, ain't it crazy how the time rolls by, yeah. Fetch the water when the wells run dry. Man, I can't get right every town, every night I wake up on the floor at noon. A self-made music man, bet it on black. If you win it, you can let it ride. Maybe she was right. That's the story of my life. Yeah, the story of my life.
It really does make it so much better when I hear that applause. I think I need to have like some sort of applause machine so that when I don't actually have people here, it's just not just me clapping. No, but
Yeah.
that's fantastic. Now I have a question about how you choose your music. Do you ever, do you ever just like come up with a song and then test it out on an audience before you decide whether to put it on an album? Or is that like a standard that artists do?
Yeah, yes and no. Because I think sometimes when you, especially if you're writing for a record, you try not to give away too much on what you're doing. You want to keep a little bit back. But if there's a song that like just really hits me, like I'm one of those guys that if I like a song, I'm gonna play it. Like if it's something that really connects with me. You know, the band and I, we've been doing this for a pretty long time, and we put out our first album in 2009, and it was like things are just now starting to roll. But like since then, we've done, I believe, including a live album, 6 total albums, and out of all those albums, we've only recorded one song that we don't write on each album. So either me or the band co-writes or co-writes with other writers. But I'm usually involved in the music, like 99%.
Right.
And you know, and I'm a writer as well, so I get that aspect of it. But for me, I want to tell my story. So, you know, if it's something that's really just getting inside of me, we're gonna play it.
Yeah.
You know, like it's hard to hold it back when you know you got a good one. You know.
Well, when you get that excited about something, there really is no containing it, right? I mean, you just have to let it out, and then people feel that, and they react to that, and then, to me, that's a big reward as well, you know? I mean, when you're really excited about something and you have the ability to share it, and then you make somebody else smile, like, that's just a huge, huge, huge moment, and it's in all aspects of life, but especially music. I think it's great.
That's the biggest compliment, in my opinion, whether you're performing a song that you believe in or that it's a song that you wrote. When you're up on that stage and you see people have an emotional reaction, whether it's a tear coming down or they're laughing or just joy or whatever, like as a songwriter, like we're entertainers. Like people come to see live music to get away from their everyday life.
Yeah.
From their boss yelling at them, from the kids crying, and you know, all the stresses. They come to our shows because they want to forget about all that stuff. They want to forget about all the fighting and the bickering and the politics and you know, everything going on in the world. And they just want to have a good time and drink cold beer. And that's our job. So when you can do that for the audience and you did your job, they pay their hard-earned money to come see you. There's nothing better than that. That's why you do it.
And do you have any standout fan moments where somebody has told you something or you've had an experience with a fan that you'll just never forget?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, especially with my military background, you know, we have a really great military following, and there's a lot of songs. You know, I try not to write too many military-oriented songs because I am a songwriter and performer that happens to be a combat veteran, not the other way around, where like it's just part of my story. So I try not to use that as like like a waving a flag or anything, but it's cool to connect with people on that level when you write a song that hits those. And a lot of the military guys, you know, like our song Valor, which I co-wrote with my friend Chris Kyle, who was American Sniper. You know, so many people loved Chris so much, and you know, people that never met him or whatever, just because of his book and the persona that he had in the movie that came out about his life. You know, people connect with that song because of that, because he was, you know, he was a hero to so many people. And so, I mean, there's been way more moments that I'd like to admit that, you know, there's tears shed after a show, you know. So.
Well, I imagine, because I mean, your music is definitely very, very touching. And you know, when you know people who've been in the military, right now my nephew is in the military. He was just promoted to Private 2, I think, and
Private First Class.
Something, yes. I'm sorry, Tyler. I don't remember the exact title, but he was just promoted. I'm super excited. But when you have family in the military, it's really emotional because you don't know where they are. You don't know what their orders are. You don't know where they're going and what they're doing. And so when you hear songs that relate to that, connects you to it, it is very emotional, it's very touching, and it's very rewarding, I think, for the fan as well, because they understand that that person knows what you're going through, and it's not just, you know, written for attention. They know what you're going through, and they're there, and they're supporting you, and you're not alone, and I think that's fantastic. So thank you.
Yeah, and it's really cool to be able to doing this as a living, and getting to use it as a pedestal to help with, you know, veterans, issues out there. You know, I also am a co-founder and assistant director of a 501c3 called Base Camp 40 Warriors in the Wild, and we take combat veterans on hunting and fishing trips and out in the mountains, like all over. It's based out of Colorado, but we go all over up into Canada. And you know, for me, the outdoors is my space. Like that's where I just decompress if I'm out in the woods or on the top of a mountain somewhere. And so we just wanted to bring guys out and have that experience. So. But the music, my music aspect of that gets to drive that part of it, you know. So it's really cool and rewarding. It still feels like I'm serving in some form or fashion.
I love that. Well, fans at home, get ready for more music because he is going to play more for us, and I am super excited. I can't wait.
Which, by the way, if there's any military, first responders, police officers, firefighters, EMTs, thank you guys for what you do for our communities. We do appreciate it. This song is a song that I've been holding on to for a really long time. I wrote this probably over 10 years ago, and it is one of those songs that I actually tried out on people, and I never really felt like I got a good response from it when I did it. And then a buddy of mine down in Texas asked to cut it, a fellow by the name of Josh Ward, and it ended up going and being his first #1 single down in Texas. And so I was like, well, I guess people did like it. Maybe they just didn't like me singing it, you know? And but anyway, I wrote this because when I got back from Iraq in 2003, I was going through a little bit of a dark time, and I met my wife, and things kind of turned around from there. So this is kind of what this is about, and we are going to cut this song on the next record. I think I've been holding on to it long enough that I feel like it's time for it. So this is called "Sent Me You." I got tattoos and I've got scars. I got patches that mended broken hearts, and I've got stories of failure and glory. I've been down to the bottom so many times, and I called out to Jesus as a stranger, and I asked for forgiveness, and He sent me an angel. Now I drank whiskey, I smoked weed, I've been hopelessly addicted to the pain surrounding me, and I've been lonesome, and I've been sold. I've done 100 miles an hour, the bottom of my soul, and I called out to Jesus as a stranger, and I asked for forgiveness, He sent me an angel. I got hope and I got dreams. I got a woman that I love. She's lying next to me, and I have faith and I have love. And that stranger, I call him Father. I pray to him for us, and I called out to Jesus as a stranger, and I asked for forgiveness, and he sent me an angel. And I cried out to Jesus for the truth, and I asked for forgiveness, and he sent me you.
That is a beautiful song, and I'm surprised you did put it on a record earlier, but I'm glad you're going to do it now. I think it's really, really, really great.
Hal Ketchum told me one time, he's like, songs are prisoners, and they're waiting for their time to escape. Yeah. And that one's time's now.
Absolutely, absolutely. We happen to have another fan question, so are you ready to
Let's
answer?
do it.
All right, Brianna, let's go.
You refer to your band as a southern rock country, so who are your biggest musical influences?
Oh man, I'm a dude that's all across the board. I was jamming Sam Cooke on the way here today. I love Led Zeppelin and the Rolling Stones and the band. I love Charlie Daniels band, Marshall Tucker band, Leonard Skinner. I love Travis Tritt and Randy Travis and all the great dudes that came up in the late 80s and early 90s, that era. I love Dave Matthews and John Mayer, and I just love music. But that's bluegrass. I love Bill Monroe. Man, that was one of my favorite things growing up to listen to was Bill Monroe and the Bluegrass Boys. I love everything. So, and that's kind of our whole band. We all come from different musical influences. Our bass player, Stephen Sutherland's from Scotland, and he's got this cool UK influence. And our drummer Matt Bledsoe, he was in a punk band before us when he was in the Army. And our guitar player is a classically trained jazz guy. So it's like, and then our keyboard player is a straight up old school honky tonker. So it's just a really cool gamut of musicians and music, and we just try to make our own, sound our own.
So to follow up that question, I have to ask, have you guys created any mashups yet with all the different styles and influences that you have between you?
No, the guys they've been trying to talk me into doing a little mashup thing, and
you should.
I'm on the fence. I don't know if we're
Oh my God, you totally should, because the audience loves it. They eat that stuff up. It's amazing. You should look at. I'm totally pushing it because I want to hear it. I want to hear you do all those different styles and songs. I think that'd be great.
I think we should do something like that. We usually if we're doing a 90-minute show, we usually do about 2 covers. We mainly do original music all night, and normally we do we'll do a Charlie Daniels song or a Marshall Tucker band song. We've been fortunate enough to be out and do a lot of tour dates with those guys over the last couple, 2.5, 3 years. And I've always looked up to that kind of music and those guys. So we kind of always try to pay homage to people that have helped us out and the guys that paved the path for bands like us. Travis Tritt's another guy that, I'm a big fan of, obviously. And, he was a rocker, back in the day when he first got into country music. I mean, he was long hair, leather breeches, and jumping all around. And So I lean towards that, but maybe we will do something, and then I'll let you know.
I think you should, and I think you should definitely let me know so that I can let everybody else know, because when I love something, I share it. I want to share that. But you have one more song for us, fans at home, enjoy, because this is amazing.
We're just going to call this Drop D Hour. If you haven't noticed, for the musicians out there, my favorite thing in the world is writing Drop D. So this is the title track off of our most current album. We released this. It was a top 20 on iTunes country charts, the entire album, which was pretty cool for us. But we also had the honor of Charlie Daniels to sing on this song with us. So, this kind of comes from the fight inside of me a little bit. It's called American Son. This land is hard, this land is mean. This dirt is red from the blood it's seen. I'm raised on the good book, hand on a gun, never backing down, the American son. Well, I was born from the blood of a working man. Stand and fight for those who can't. Put my hand across my heart even through the hard times. I get chills up my back when I see your glory fly. But this land is hard, this land is mean. This dirt is red from the blood it's seen. Raised on the good book, hand on a gun, never backing down, the American son. I ain't afraid to sweat, I ain't afraid to bleed. Stand alone for what we believe. Rather down my feet than live on my knees. There ain't no man that's gonna take it from me. This land is hard, this land is mean. This dirt is red from the blood it's seen. I'm raised on the good book, hand on a gun, never backing down, the American son. Come from the farms and the ranches, the old field hands, the ones who turn the wrenches. We built these bridges and roads. Yeah, the big rig drivers hauling and loaded. We're the mason, the cop, the coal miner, the banker, the lawyer, and the firefighter. I'm the man in the shadows who carries a gun. Yeah, I'm the sheepdog, the American son. I am the American son. Never backing down, I ain't never gonna run. I am the American son. Never backing down, I ain't never gonna run. I am the American son. Never backing down, I ain't never gonna run. I am the American son. I'm gonna take it to my grave when my day is done. Thank you.
Well, that is the best way to end a show. I love it. You guys at home, thank you so much. Thank you, RFD TV. Thank you so much to Durango Boots. But Scooter Brown, Scott, where can fans find you?
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's like JD said, Google. Scooter Brown Band, scooterbrownband.com. You can find everything on the interweb.
Yes, you can. And you can also find him on an episode of Track by Track at centerstagemag.com. Until next time, guys, we will see you soon. Make sure you come back on Monday for Maggie Baugh and Kaylee Shore. See you guys.